Okay. Good evening. Thank you for coming and welcome to the ARC Baltimore 2021 Annual Meeting and Awards Program. My name is Tom Sand and I have the honor of serving as the President of the Board of Directors. Tonight, we will conduct the business of the organization through the election of our officers and board members. This will be very brief so that we can concentrate on celebrating the people in our community who deserve special recognition this year. I'd like to call to order the 2021 annual meeting of our association, the ARC Baltimore. The first order of business is the approval of the minutes of the 2020 annual meeting. Copies of the minutes were posted on our website. If there are no additions or corrections to the minutes, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor, if you would, please use the raise hand feature on your screen, and I will give everyone a moment for this to signify our vote of aye. Okay. Motion passed. I now call on the Vice President of our board, Eric Daly, to present the report of the Governance Committee.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Governance Committee, I'm pleased to present the following slate of officers and directors for the 2021-2022 board year, beginning July 1st of this year. In accord with our bylaws, the slate was posted and available on our website. I will be reading the names of all who are being elected or re-elected, as well as the names of those in continuing terms who are present, and finally our Director Emeritus who are present. Normally, we would ask you to stand so that everyone can see you, but tonight we have a slide with the photographs of those who are being elected. You can stand wherever you are if you'd like. So the slate of officers and directors for this year are President Eric Daly, Vice President Jill Vakchi, Secretary Patrick Miles, Treasurer Greg Hogan, Past President Tom Sand. Our directors standing for election include Crystal Stevens and Rodney Tolson, Rico Winston, Megan Pringle, Darren Brown, Alicia Morgan Cooper, Alyssa Thorne. And lastly, our board members here who are serving in continuing terms, as well as the directors emeritus who are present. Tracy Volker, Tiana Nguyen, Paris Price, Larry Burley, Matthew Yassisson, Gail Garland, Marianne Bischoff, Melissa Dabrowski, Don Himmelfarb, Joe Ward, Bob Davison, and Ed Nolly. I move for approval of the slate as presented.
Thank you, Eric. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. At this time, I would ask if there are any additional nominations from the floor. Okay. Hearing none, I ask all those in favor of adopting the slate of officers and directors as presented to signify by raising your hand on the Zoom toolbar to vote aye.
Raise my hand. Huh.
Any opposed? Motion approved. I hereby declare the slate as presented, duly elected and commissioned to discharge their duties and responsibilities on behalf of the ARC Baltimore, effective July 1st, 2021. Thank you for your service and commitment to the ARC Baltimore mission. Before we continue the business meeting, I want to recognize two of the newest members of our Directors Emeritus group who were just called out because both of them are ending their current term of office on the board in June. They are Don Himmelfarb and Joe Ward. So Directors Emeritus recognition is the equivalent of the Hall of Fame for board service at the ARC. Director Emeritus recognition is not automatic, but is based on the individual's contributions throughout their service, and both Don and Joe, their service has been substantial and longstanding. Joe, as a past board president, has served for many years. Came on the board in 2008, and for the last 8 years, he has served in officer capacities as secretary, vice president, president, and most recently as past president. He's given generously of his time and talent, and we're thankful that Joe will stay with us, although with less of his time as Director Emeritus. Don Himmelfarb joined our board in 2011. He's been a steady and diligent presence on our board from the start. He served on multiple committees, always asks very insightful questions, has provided excellent counsel to board and to management over the years. Don has contributed greatly to improving our board and our leadership, and we know we're better as a result. Last year, I was pleased to present Don with the President's Cup because of his service, and we're excited that he will stay with us in the Director's Emeritus role. Would everyone join me in using your Zoom tool to signify your applause for our new Directors Emeritus? And at this time, I would like to make a special presentation to Eric Daly. I am very excited that Eric will be serving as the next president of the ARC Baltimore. I've worked closely with Eric, and I know what his experience and sort of the passion he brings to this role. So what we're going to do now is an ARC tradition, and I'm pleased at this time to formally present to him the gavel that I know he will use judiciously for the good of the ARC mission, and always with the people that we serve in the forefront of every decision. So let me pass the gavel to Eric.
Thank you, Tom. And thanks to the rest of our board and to all of the members of the ARC who are here tonight. It's a special evening for everybody. I am truly honored to serve as president. It's been a real journey to this point, and I couldn't be more excited about the challenges that lie ahead for our board and staff, and we'll face them together. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Eric. And I know we're eager to move to our awards program. Before we do, I just wanted to say, personal thank you to everyone for having the privilege to have served as the board president. It's a 2-year term, and I would say, before COVID, I had tremendous admiration for the executive team, the staff, my fellow board members, just their commitment to the mission and the great work that everyone does. With what's been experienced over the past 14 months, which at least for me, right, could never have foreseen, I've just been amazed at the perseverance, the commitment, how they've just been relentless. Whatever obstacles have been thrown at this team throughout the entire organization, they found a way to both continue the mission, keep our people safe that we support, keep our employees safe. It's really unbelievable. So, with how the organization has faced COVID, that's the theme of our annual report this year, facing COVID. And that's, normally at this meeting, we unveil the annual report. The report will be available on our website. But what we'll do this evening is we're going to show you some of the stories of how how the organization faced COVID, and how we overcame some of those challenges. So I will we'll start with a couple stories here. First, we have Kim Becker, Chief Operating Officer. Pre-COVID, Kim has a completely full plate overseeing the daily operations. But when you go back to March 16th, 2020, everything changed. Everything came to a stop. Instantly, Kim's job completely changed. And, as we look back over a year, when we sort of quantify some of what she's done, Kim has sourced over $125,000 of personal protective equipment, implemented dozens of new protocols that were not anticipated, expanded the ARC's readiness program, our emergency readiness program, which prior to this had a very tiny mention of a pandemic response. And also, not to mention, Kim oversaw our vaccine clinics. We vaccinated, over 800 people. Jamie Stoner, and you can see facing uncertainty. Jamie summed up, the emotions of that early period, with her statement. The biggest obstacle COVID presented was the fear factor, right? So many unknowns, and so many changes, right? And, in trying to keep everyone safe, we're trying to provide the best guidance we can. The people we serve, they didn't understand, why everything had changed so dramatically. Facing challenges. So talk about TJ. So along with contracting COVID, TJ and his mother, Eureka, experienced devastating loss in their family over the past year. Fortunately, Kwashi, TJ's support staff, helped him keep in touch with friends and family, and even helped him with new interests with an iPad he received from the ARC. Kwashi said that when they had to stay at home, they used the iPad to connect. You got TJ signed up for Facebook and email. They enjoy sermons and gospel music and virtual classes like musical theater and art that the ARC offers, where he can see his friends in Dundalk. Kelly Bell. Kelly praised Kwashi and the other staff who've helped many families maintain some sense of normalcy during this time. She observed that our staff had to rethink how to do their jobs in this kind of environment that had never been seen before. But they came together and they provided the best support they could. They were essential workers for essential people in our community. Just essential indeed. So this concludes our annual business meeting. And if there's no other business to come before the 2021 annual meeting of the membership, I hereby declare the meeting adjourned. And in normal times, we would hand things off to Jamie Costello, who always brings lots of energy to this part of the program. Jamie is working tonight at WMAR, so he could not join us in person. But we did track him down, and we did get to Jamie, and he has a message for everyone. So Lauren, if you can play the video from Jamie.
I'm Jamie Costello at Channel 2. I'm sorry I can't be with you. I got to go in and do the news here tonight. I got to do a job here. So that's why we're recording this video message. But I just wanted to take time out and say what an incredible year you all had. I mean, I love the ARC. I always have. And I missed out on being with you here this year. But next year, I promise to give you all hugs and handshakes and high fives. What a year you've been. I mean, you've gone through, we've all gone through. It's been the toughest year of our lives, and you've been an inspiration. You kept it going. So keep doing what you're doing. You're incredible people. I love the ARC and always will. I want to award some of the people here tonight. Here they are. Ready? Renz, Tom, Anna, Renee, Howard, Carol, Kelly, Marshalls, Lanice, Kelly, Beth, Donna, Kimberly, Mary, David, Bridget, Rachel, Mercy, Crystal, Shola, Therese, and Amanda. You want to know how close I am with the ARC? Bill Sitton writes me a message every month, and he mails it here to Channel 2. And he starts off, I was a Boy Scout troop number 739 years, and he goes and tells me all about his life. Bill, you're a great part of the ARC. Keep it going, because people like you make the ARC go round. I'll see you next year, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
I'm going to turn things over to Kathleen Durkin, our Chief Executive Officer, for our first award.
Thank you, Tom, and good evening, everyone. I think I was muted there for a moment. I just want to say welcome, and I'm so glad to see so many faces and so much excitement already. So as we get started, I just want to encourage everyone to just relax, enjoy yourself. For our awardees, please feel free to give a wave, have your friends behind you, and if you've already gotten your plaque, make sure to hold it up high and proudly as we spotlight you when you actually get your award. So it's my honor to present our first award, which is the Public Service Award. And I'm so pleased to present this to a good friend, Carol Beatty, the Secretary of the Department of Disabilities. For most of Carol's professional life, she's been involved in supporting people with developmental disabilities. Prior to her current role, she was a long-term executive director of our sister agency, the ARC of Howard County. In 2015, she was sworn in as the Governor Hogan's Secretary of the Department of Disabilities, and her close understanding of disabilities has served our state exceedingly well. Since the earliest days of COVID, Secretary Beatty has been a critical voice at the very highest level for people with disabilities, providing vital advocacy to ensure that people with disabilities were acknowledged and supported during this pandemic. To start, she urged the governor to amend his executive order to recognize disability services as healthcare providers and essential businesses, which is really critical in the early stages of this pandemic. She made it allowable for community living homes to make bulk purchases despite grocery limits, so we could get that toilet paper and paper towels that we needed. And she advocated for the DD community to have better access to COVID testing. Carol has not hesitated to respond to any aspect of the challenges that we've encountered this year. And most recently, she was of critical help in facilitating local vaccine clinics specifically for people with developmental disabilities and their caregivers throughout Maryland. Thank you so much for your advocacy, Secretary Beatty. Our next award is our Professional of the Year, and we are pleased to recognize Dr. Waneza, who is a psychiatrist at the MedStar Good Samaritan Hospital, managing the psychotropic and mental health needs of a wide range of people. He has been of particular aid to a person we support and to our team as the person's treating psychiatrist. He has been nothing but patient, flexible, and committed to managing this gentleman's safety and stability, keeping in close contact with our clinical services team and having virtual check-ins with our direct support staff during COVID. He has provided ongoing advocacy when inpatient hospitalization has been needed, and has collaborated with other professionals involved in supporting the man to best meet his needs. While physicians are always a part of the team, he's being recognized because he went above and beyond to work with the ARC for the benefit of this individual. And we in turn are beyond grateful. And it is so nice to see your family with you. Congratulations and thank you, Dr. Waneza.
The next award is for volunteer service, and the award goes to none other than Tom Sand. Tom joined the board in 2010, and while he may have been recruited for his expertise with numbers and finances, and indeed he spent many, many years on the finance committee and as treasurer, his impact has been far broader than that. Tom has been a generous supporter of the golf tournament and Art in the Round, and he has been active in the strategic planning process, the executive transition, and the search for our new CEO. In most recent years, Tom has served as vice president and now president of the board. This includes providing a great deal of support during the last year, plus when the ARC has been challenged by COVID. The ARC Baltimore is extremely lucky to have known Tom's commitment to leading our board, and most importantly, his commitment to the people we support. Tom, thanks again. Our next award is for intern service, and we are recognizing Anna Hemmel, a Master of Social Work intern who has been working in the ARC's treatment foster care program since last August.
Yay, Anna!
While new to the foster care field, Anna presents with a high degree of insight and demonstrates understanding of the youth in our program. She continually goes above and beyond for the youth and foster parents on her caseload to ensure a stable, nurturing family experience. On top of that, Anna produces a foster care newsletter and each month and has provided training for our social workers on the school to prison pipeline. Anna combines her clinical abilities with a warm spirit that allows her to build strong relationships with youth, families, and our entire team. The foster care team is excited to watch Anna grow in this field and look forward to watching her succeed in the future. Way to go, Anna.
We are fortunate to have two interns to recognize this year. Renee Vanderstelt began a graduate level art therapy internship with the ARC last fall. She was introduced to the team leading the day services, remote Zoom classes, and jumped right in. Renee became a friend and encourager to many. When she inquired about leading a weekly drawing and nature class, the team supported her, and the class has continued through this spring semester. Plus, once a month, she co-facilitates a special program with our partner at the Baltimore Museum of Art to focus on art and music from the museum. In addition, Renee leads 3 weekly art therapy groups with 16 people from community living homes, where techniques of creating art blended with a therapeutic approach that is used to embrace each participant. And if that's not enough, Renee also meets once a week by phone as a mentor to a man in an employment program who has great artistic talent. They share a joy of art and other interests, and that's become a meaningful touch point for both of them. So just fantastic work, Renee, and we thank you.
I'm honored. Thank you, everyone.
Our next award is a Special Appreciation Award presented to individuals or groups who render truly outstanding assistance to the ARC. And this award goes to DJ Howard Dabney. One of the most popular virtual day classes is our weekly Club Dundalk, which is largely due to DJ Howard, who pumps up the crowd at the start of every gathering with a loud, "It's Friday." He calls out names to get everyone going, urging all to move as they are able, whether they are on their feet dancing, tapping toes, or clapping. DJ Howard lifts everyone's spirits. He's become family, helping to celebrate holidays and birthdays, and bringing fun even during the pandemic. At the end of the hour, DJ Howard reminds everyone to continue following the COVID precautions, tells everyone to give themselves a big hug, reminding everyone to always love themselves. As he signs off, there's a chorus of goodbyes and thank yous from the dozens of participants who have just enjoyed the best hour of their week.
Wow.
So, all right, DJ Howard. So now that I know about this, I may have to tune in.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate what you're doing, and we thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much. And I have my family here with us. Everybody give yourself a hug.
Well done.
Yep.
The next award is our Employer of Distinction, and we're very happy to recognize the Marshall Store in Towson, and accepting on their behalf is store manager Loretta Jones. In 2017, we approached Loretta with a description of the Career Catalyst Internship to Work program. She immediately understood that the program could benefit not only people with disabilities, but that it could have a positive impact on their business. Marshalls took on 5 Catalyst interns and provided training on processing clothing for the sales floor, a great skill for any retailer. Since then, Marshalls has given interns the opportunity to work in departments throughout the store to gain an experience and knowledge of all job functions. Marshalls employees have worked with our job coaches and provided natural supports for the interns by giving training and guidance in the absence of a job coach. In all, Marshalls has hosted 18 interns and has hired 9 of them. Way to go, Marshalls, and special thanks to you, Loretta.
Thank you, Loretta.
That's Terry. Our next award goes to Kelly Chu for excellence in foster care. Kelly has been a committed and dedicated foster parent. There she is. Foster parent with the ARC Baltimore since April 2016. Since that time, she's provided love, support, and a home to 8 children from the age of 3 to 17. Kelly provides stability to the first child she placed in her care, and she advocated for all his medical and schooling needs. Now, 4 years later, Kelly is in the process of adopting him and giving him his forever home. Sorry, I'm crying. Kelly has also connected with the boy's biological family so that he knows his family can continue to participate in phone calls and visits. Over the years, Kelly has dealt with many challenging situations, but this does not impact Kelly's commitment and professionalism, nor the time she spends to meet the needs of the youth in her care, which has been even more challenging during this past pandemic year. The foster care team knows any child in her care will become part of her family. This is such important work, Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's now my privilege to present the President's Cup. The President's Cup was named for the late Harry R. Shriver, past member of our board, and was created to honor an outstanding board member. The award is named at the discretion of the board president, and so it is my honor to present our 2021 Harry R. Shriver President's Cup to Eric Daly. Eric has been a board member since 2015. I think that picture may be from 2015. But Eric made an impact instantly. He quickly utilized his expertise in finance on our finance committee and as our treasurer. And one of the things he did is he helped us work through a very complicated process of closing out our pension plan. And the reason that's important is, number one, it preserved the benefits that people were entitled to. But more importantly, it will actually produce significant savings well into the future. And that savings will allow us to take those dollars and actually commit those to the people we serve. So it will have a true sustaining value. More recently, Eric, in serving as the vice president, has been someone that has been a great sounding board for me. Particularly in the past year, we've all encountered a number of things we really didn't anticipate. And Eric has been someone that I've been able to bounce ideas off of, get a perspective, not always agreement, but really just good dialogue. So I really appreciate his partnership with me. And, maybe most importantly, Eric is the father of a young man with autism. And so Eric really has an appreciation for the people we serve, what parents go through with the people we serve. And I think, what that has done, it really has given him a lot of passion for the ARC. And we always see that in the time that he has served us. So I am very pleased to present the President's Cup to Eric. And I hope to be able to present that to him in person very soon. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Tom. It's an honor and a privilege. Appreciate it. Thank you. Before moving on to staff recognition, we will share the next vignettes from our annual report on our year of facing COVID. When COVID hit, Antonio was volunteering at Brightview Senior Living after graduating from the ARC's Career Catalyst program. As a people person, he was disappointed when he could no longer work and be around others. This motivated him to land his first paying job at Weiss Markets as a lot attendant. With growing maturity and confidence, Antonio has set ambitious goals to become a manager. He said, quote, "I love my new job at Weiss and I enjoy helping the customers." Like Antonio, many people with disabilities worked in essential positions but needed assistance with transitions and new protocols. That is where Danielle stepped in. She said, quote, "Often people don't see the essential work that people do with disabilities do in their community for others. It has been my privilege to provide guidance and counsel to so many during the pandemic who were determined to keep working. And now I am pleased to see that many of them are getting noticed as they go above and beyond as essential workers." Rami was tasked with the challenge of staying connected to hundreds of people who would typically attend our centers, but were now at home. He and his team quickly pivoted to virtual services like classes, chat rooms, and even a weekly dance party with a live DJ. Rose, the Zoom queen, as she is known, is on every day and has an endless curiosity for learning. If someone is missing, she calls them to see if they are okay or need help with their technology. Her mother, Tina, said, quote, "Normally Rose can be shy, but her confidence has skyrocketed." Peaches, along with the other DSPs, plans creative outdoor activities when visiting people not able to go to the center and uncomfortable with the Zoom classes. She brings them comfort and fun right to their front porch, and they make popcorn and smoothies and wonderful art projects such as pour and paint. Peaches brings them smiles because she knows it has been a tough time for them. They keep asking her, "When are we going back to work? When can we see our friends again?"
I'm now pleased to recognize some of our staff who are celebrating career milestones this year. While we can't recognize all of them, we at least wanted to call out those celebrating 25 years and up. Those celebrating 25 years, Keisha Johnson, Alan McDuffie, Gary Mingleton, and Willie Steigel Jr. Celebrating 30 years, Roland Brown. And celebrating 35 years, Renee Hall and Donna Westbrook. And there's Renee's chair. To all of you, your commitment to the ARC is just extraordinary, and I'm really humbled. On behalf of the Board of Directors and our senior management team, please accept our thanks and congratulations. And now I'll go back to our awards. And I will point out, if folks haven't looked at the chat bar, as people are getting awards, you can see some really lovely remarks from folks. So I would recommend you check that out. So our next award was established upon Steve Morgan's retirement in recognition of his long career of excellence and growth with the ARC Baltimore. And I know Steve's here. There he is. I know Steve's here with us tonight, and I know he's very pleased at the recipient for this year's award in his name. This award is presented to an employee who has spent at least 25 years of their career with the ARC Baltimore and who has consistently shown excellence, professional growth and advancement, and dedication to the agency, and most importantly, to the people that we support throughout that whole time. The recipient of the Stephen H. Morgan Award for Career Excellence is Mary Stemler.
Yay!
Mary has touched the lives of hundreds. Mary has touched the lives of hundreds of people we support and their families. She was hired in 1974 by Steve Morgan in the Model Cities Program School as a teacher. She then stuck with the ARC, and through the years, she learned it all. And she really learned it all. As a DSP in several day centers and then a case manager, she worked in the ARC's first group home, then as a coordinator in the residential program, She grew to understand people's needs and desires and how programs and funding could help them towards their goals. Mary then joined the small outreach team nearly 20 years ago and became an official advocate for bringing people into the ARC with solid plans of support that met their personal needs and interests and the career ambitions of so many who are still here today. So Mary started at a very young age at the ARC. And, there's some controversy whether she was 17 or 20 or 22. Nobody knows for sure. I'm not asking her, but we do know that she remains young at heart, full of energy for our mission. And she's truly following in the footsteps of the man who first hired her, Steve Morgan. If you ask coworkers to describe Mary and her work for families and the people we support, tenacious is often the word that you will hear. But in the view of Robert Kirkendall, who joins us tonight, a man she first grew to know and support some 25 years ago, Mary is first and foremost his friend. So congratulations, Mary. Thank you for all you have given and continue to give to us. Mary has a number of her family and her fans in attendance tonight, so she has asked to say a few words. So Mary, take it away.
Take yourself up. Yeah.
I didn't realize, I heard earlier that I wasn't going to be able to speak.
Well, you could just, it's up to you.
Now I'm all emotional, Kathleen.
I'm sorry.
Did you say Robert's joined us?
I thought he was, yeah. I didn't see, he's supposed to be.
Robert, hi, if you're there. I mean, this is just such an honor. And I did write something up just in case, because I'm not used to speaking with a group on Zoom, except in my interviews. But I'm just excited and grateful to have been selected and recognized for this award. And Steve, I always appreciate the years that we worked together, and it wasn't 17. I think I was 18 or 19 when I started at Model Cities, but I'm not sure. Like Kathleen said, she won't ask. But I just really appreciated working with you and your guidance, support, and friendship. And then during the years that I've been here, it's just, my life's been so enriched by the many people, the supported individuals, the family members, and all the staff that I've worked with over the years. And that's who inspired me to keep going every
Thanks,
day.
Mayor.
Mary, you're the best.
And
You've been an incredible advocate your entire career.
Thank you, Steve. And I just have to say one thing to Bridget Roth. Bridget, the number is 70.
72 and a half. That's when you're allowed to retire.
70. And then I just want to add to
70 plus.
I have to thank my husband, Neil, and that large family that joined tonight for all their support over the years.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mayor. You are loved. Congratulations.
Thanks.
The next award is another for career excellence, but is reserved to recognize a direct support professional who has remained in a direct support role and has done so with distinction for their entire career. The recipient of this year's award for career excellence in direct support is David Robinson. As a DSP in the ARC's Community Employment Division, David helps people succeed. Early in his career, David would rise before the sun, transport his large crew of supported workers to UniFirst, a laundry facility. Once he was there, he taught essential work skills, helped people build lifelong friendships, and counseled on aspects of their lives. David developed close relationships with each person and grew to understand their needs, their preferences, a really person-driven approach with positive results. One man that David supported years ago had a number of bad job experience. Then he got hired at Walmart, and David took what he knew of the man to help him develop strategies for him to succeed. He also helped the employer understand the gentleman who ultimately excelled at that job and took on added responsibilities and opportunities. The people David supports and their families often feel comfortable with a new choice or direction because David is there. The people he supports are always inclined to strive for something new because David believes that they can succeed. Last year, David stepped up willingly during COVID to be the go-to guy for delivering medications and supplies to all of our homes. He just went wherever he was needed. Since beginning his career at the ARC 22 years ago, David has helped people lead fulfilling and meaningful lives. He supports people, not as a job, but as a very extension of himself. Awesome work, David, and you are not allowed to leave. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, here you go, Millie.
Speak.
There's it. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate this from the bottom of my heart. Not too many words, but I do want to thank everybody that I work with every day that makes it all happen. And for the people that I support, they're really the star of it all. And the people in the community that really support them to give them the jobs to really succeed in what they're trying to do. So overall, it's all packaged that really helps put all this together. And I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Congratulations, Daddy. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Aaliyah.
Next is the Visionary Leadership Award that's being awarded to Bridget Roth. The Visionary Leadership Award is not given every year, but only in the case when someone has forged new territory and direction at the ARC that has made a particular impact. We are presenting the award this year to Bridget Roth.
Yay!
Bridget came to the ARC Baltimore nearly 10 years ago. As the director of our treatment foster care program, Bridget provides leadership to the team of social workers and their work to train and support the parents and ensures quality care for the children and youth. She has been a tremendous advocate for keeping the connections to the children's biological parents. This can give the children reassurance and stability and enhance what the foster parents and social workers are able to do. In addition, Bridget is always responsive to the diversity that our foster youth may present, so she brought LGBTQ training in for the team. This new knowledge has already been applied to the benefit of 2 youth in the past year. Bridget has also made a mark in the agency in developing our staff. She co-founded the Leadership Institute 5 years ago, which takes a class of staff members each fall through a 9-month program that helps each person develop their leadership skills. The Institute has graduated 35 staff in 4 years. And finally, in this past year, Bridget was called to re-envision our clinical support services following a significant restructuring and then the beginning of COVID. Managing her own caseload gave her a fresh view of the supports needed, the array of traumas and challenging that people were facing in the pandemic, a new billing system to enable the work, and allowed her to paint a new vision for the new team of clinicians and interns. Clearly, Bridget's vision is multifaceted. Awesome job, Bridget. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Early in the pandemic, Hartley's health worsened, and ultimately he was diagnosed with COVID and was hospitalized. As he was leaving the house on a gurney, he said to his roommates, quote, "Don't worry, girls, I'll be back." Staff were very concerned when they learned he had COVID because of his age and chronic respiratory issues. But fortunately, after a few rough days, his oxygen levels improved and his appetite returned. When he was discharged to a rehab facility, he still had a long road to recovery, but the idea of seeing his friends again and the dream of a trip to Vegas motivated him to beat the virus. When Artista learned that Hartley had COVID, the first positive case at the ARC, she pulled her car over and cried. However, she didn't mourn for long. Arista and her team quickly learned what they had to do to properly care for him and the others that followed. Arista shared that many of our staff put their own lives on hold to do what was needed, despite being scared for themselves. That kind of selflessness is not uncommon in this job, and my confidence in them made me stronger. We faced it together, she said. What an amazing story. Thank you. Despite her effervescent personality, Tracy is sad about how dramatically her life has changed over the last year. She lost her job at Burger King due to COVID and has mostly stayed home to be safe. She especially missed seeing her sister and was happy to reunite with her just recently. Tracy was first in line at the ARC's initial vaccine clinic in January, and her excitement and relief permeated the room. She proudly said, quote, "The vaccine didn't hurt. I was fine with it. I was happy because I don't want to get sick. I was relieved." Way to go, Tracy.
The next award is for excellence in direct support, and it goes to staff who have really performed at an exemplary level in the past year, and this recognition goes to Lanice Fagans. Lanice has been long known for her creativity and focus on people enjoying the community. In the past year, with her colleagues from the Dundalk Center, she was a key player in making the switch to virtual day programming when the centers closed. She helped organize what are now up to 45 Zoom classes each week. She delivers class supplies to dozens of homes and walks family and staff through the steps of getting online, many of them for the first time, who are now regular participants. She's always up for making the holidays a party and is often seen costumed to bring fun for all with gifts that make everyone forget that they are stuck at home due to COVID. Great work, Lanice. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Denise!
Exemplary service continues in the administrative category, and the excellence in management goes to Kelly Bell. Kelly has long been a positive example on our family living team, but also across the ARC. She always keeps the interests of those who support her at the forefront, the interests of those we support at the forefront. In recent years, Kelly stepped up to manage our assistive technology program, which has been critical during the COVID times to help people access technology and to stay connected with others. Kelly also took on leading the staff retention committee, where she has contributed for many years. This was on top of implementing and overseeing the very demanding electronic visit verification system in family living. She has supported over 100 DSPs and Appendix K parents in understanding how to handle the multi-step requirements of that process. As always, Kelly is with her team, advocating, encouraging, teaching, and empowering. Kelly is a leader who exemplifies excellence. Great work, Kelly. Keep it up. And I'm actually sorry we're pulling you away from the family for a moment, but great work.
Kelly.
The Employee of the Year is selected from among an elite group of employees known for exemplary performance. There are two classifications for this award, one for administrative employees and one for direct support. Our award for the Administrative Employee of the Year goes to Donna Heller. Despite COVID, many business operations had to go on as normal last year, including Donna's persistence and commitment to terminating the agency's defined benefit pension plan. Frozen since 2003, the contributions and fees cost the agency several $100,000. Terminating the plan would strengthen the ARC's financial position, but would not be easy. After 5 years of pre-planning, the agency began the termination in January of 2020. Over the next 12 months, the termination process required outreach to over 300 participants, weekly calls with the pension team, and responses to countless participant questions. The plan was successfully terminated last December, and all the participants received their full distributions. Thank you, Donna. And I know our board treasurer super thanks you.
Thank you, Donna.
And there's Tracy thanking you. Congratulations. We
Thank
are pleased We are pleased to present our Direct Support Employee of the Year Award this year to Beth Lewis. For several years now, Beth has worked in the Family and Independent Living Department, providing personal supports for an older gentleman who lives with his mother. The man knows he can rely on Beth like family, and as his mother's age presented new challenges for him and his family, Beth stepped in to fill that gap. COVID has also limited normal outings to the grocery store, the league for swimming, so cooking together, pursuing hobbies, and some personal assistance made the difference for this family. Beth advocates for this gentleman and makes sure that he still gets to the activities and things that make him happy. Thank you so much for being there for the family, Beth. Great work.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I appreciate everyone. And it has been a difficult time because George lost his mother like 3 weeks ago. It has been difficult for the family, but I thank God that I have been there to uphold them and even to be with them as a family. And really, they have seen the arc to be a family, even in the times of need. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to show humanity into that family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our Community Connection Award is what it sounds like, helping people we support better connect with the community. And in this past year, that's been a real challenge. This year's award goes to Kimberly Scroggins. Although COVID put most things on hold, independent employment was still wanted and needed by many we support. Kim sees all people as deserving of an equitable opportunity to work, and she has a knack for encouraging employers to hire a diverse workforce. While many in the field struggled to find job opportunities, Kim developed jobs for at least 30 people and even more by the team she leads. When one man was unable to safely work with his landscaping crew, Kim introduced him to a completely different line of work. He loves the change. Another young woman now works at the Social Security Administration, and one man has made such an impact working at the library, they want him to stay until he retires. These are not just jobs. The growth in confidence, autonomy, self-reliance, and happiness in these people provides a wealth of community connection. Well done, Kimberly. This is what our mission is about. Thank you so much. Great job.
Congratulations, Mommy.
Hey, Kim. Congratulations, Kim.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yay, Kim.
Thank you. I have the best mommy in the world, y'all.
The next is our Self-Advocate of the Year. This award was created to recognize a person supported by the ARC who has demonstrated growth driven by their own determination and vision for their life. Mercy Fadip has dreamt of working in healthcare since coming to the US as a teenager. She has quietly been working toward this goal over several years, first taking prerequisite courses, then getting her med tech certification. Sorry. When COVID shut down the janitorial crews, Mercy used it as an opportunity to dive into the career she wanted for herself. She told her support team that she wanted to pursue geriatric nursing assistant opportunities. The team mapped out a plan and Mercy executed each step. She found a job providing personal supports to someone in their home and enrolled in the CNA-GNA course. Mercy became certified in August of 2020 and started her career at Future Care as a full-time GNA the following month. In the midst of a pandemic, with everything changing around her, Mercy accomplished her goals. She is now selflessly working the front lines, caring for COVID patients. Well done.
Wouldn't be a meeting without talking on mute, I guess. Our first special appreciation award for our staff goes to Shola Owalabi. Shola is compassionate, caring, dedicated, attentive, and always ready to do what is needed by the people we support and his staff. Other descriptions of Shola during COVID: available, responsive, communicative, flexible, positive, respectful, and fair. He has been there with his staff as the pandemic brought such unknown and challenge, helping keep people busy and engaged, helping arrange online family visits, and always willing to be there when needed. One person with autism requires the support of 2 staff at all times, and maintaining all of their safety has required Shola to go above and beyond. Shola's team knows he cares about them and is there for them when they need him. Amazing work, Shola. Job well done.
Thank you. I'm honored, and I owe this to my team, my bosses and my supervisors and my subordinates for their support. I thank everyone for this award. I'm greatly honored.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right.
Thank you.
The next Special Appreciation Award goes to Amanda Collins, a valued member of the clinical team that provides therapeutic and psychological supports to people at the ARC. This has been particularly important as COVID has stressed and isolated people's lives. Amanda is kind, caring, gentle, and calm, and always has a focus on people's goals and ensuring that their voices are heard. She helps people we support balance personal desires with strategies towards compromise and working with others, whether that be roommates, employers, or staff. In many challenging situations of this past year, Amanda has been there for so many, often when emotions run high. Her presence has made the difference time and again. Thank you so much, Amanda. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Our next award is for the outstanding employee in our Community Employment Division, and the award goes to Rachel Thomas. When Rachel got a taste of work on a crew at the Dundalk Center, she said she wanted to find a job where she could be more independent and earn a better paycheck. She joined the Career Catalyst program and was exposed to multiple internship sites, but those jobs just weren't the right fit. Then came a chance at Walmart in 2019, where the nonstop hustle and bustle was right up her alley. Rachel is always on top of her game, helping customers with their purchases, handling carts in the lot, and always at the ready to help no matter the weather. Rachel enjoys working and earning a paycheck so she can treat her family to dinner and buy nice things for herself. She recently noticed a customer in distress, helped her to her car, called 911, and stayed with her until the EMS arrived. She saved that woman's life. What more can we say, Rachel? Way to go.
Can I say, hey, hold on.
Okay.
Ain't you gonna, I want to say something.
They can hear you.
I just want to say thank you guys for getting me a job. I really like it, and I really appreciate you guys putting my story on saving on saving a woman's life. So thank you guys. So good me. I've been there 2 years and I've never lost it. So good me. Peace out.
Way to go, Ray.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Hold on. There you go.
Good job. Who's that?
That's Terry.
Oh, Jerry, I know you.
You know Terry Roberts?
Yeah.
Hold on, we have to go back on mute.
All right. Our final Special Appreciation Award goes to Therese Williams. Over the years, Therese has been a wonderful advocate and support to a gentleman who we support who calls her Miss T. Therese knows exactly how to encourage his independence and when to assist him when he may need medical attention and when she can help him calm down. Like so many, this gentleman has had a tough year and missed direct family contact and outside activities. And Therese has truly been there for him. She helps him connect with friends and family on Zoom, engaging him in meal prep and home activities, and when it was needed last year, accompanied him to the emergency room. Then she called him each day during recovery at an inpatient rehab. His sister and brother-in-law submitted this nomination and want Therese to know how deeply they appreciate her excellence. We thank you, Therese. Last, but definitely not least, our final award is for citizenship, and the award goes to Crystal Wagner. Crystal Wagner is a self-advocate who speaks up for herself as well as her peers and has become well known to her delegates and her senator in Annapolis. She never misses DD Day, and this year was no exception. She was present at the virtual DD Day for more than 600 people. And in addition, she was there for each of the Zoom meetings with her legislators, where she never forgets to share her artwork with them during those sessions. Crystal makes sure her voice is heard, speaking from the heart, and always authentic. She's knowledgeable about what she feels is her rights. She's not afraid to advocate. Crystal is a role model for effectively making herself heard in life in Annapolis and for her friends. So Crystal, we urge you to keep it up, and maybe next year we can go beyond Annapolis and go all the way to Washington and meet the president. So we thank you.
I just want to say, thank you for my award. You made my day.
Thank you.
And you made me happy. All of you. All of you are doing a really good job. What you do.
Woo!
Thank you.
We appreciate that
That's
coming from you, Crystal. Thank
Here we go. Thank you for my award. And it's gorgeous. And I love it. And I cherish it in my heart. And I love you guys. Thank you again. Thank you. I love it.
Well, that's it, everyone.
That's it. He said that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I think that was our last award. So I hope everyone enjoyed hearing about all of the amazing people that we were able to recognize this evening. It's been an unbelievable year, and like I said, it's the commitment and the perseverance is really just very special. I know we all hope that next year we're back together and we can celebrate in person. But I know we're thankful we could still celebrate this year. The annual report stories and pictures we showed tonight will be available on our website, and we hope the full report will be up soon. And we will get some communications out with links that will take you right to the report. So for those that may have missed our slideshow at the beginning, we're going to put that up again as we close, and that's highlighting our COVID heroes from 2020, 2021. So thank you for being with us tonight.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you.
Who's that?
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Take
Congratulations,
care.
job well done. Good night. Thank you, MCs. You did wonderful.